Kelly Ripa and her husband, Mark Consuelos, are beloved by viewers because they are down to earth and never allow their fame to get in the way of their relationships with others. Earlier this year, the co-hosts of Live experienced a tragic loss that they revealed on the Mourning chat show. The couple discussed their ongoing grief over the loss and their plans for the future. Mark Consuelos talks about the thrilling new role he has taken on a few months ago. It was leaked that the next installment in the Scream film franchise would have an appearance by Mark Consuelos. In early 2026, the big screens will be graced with the seventh installment of the well-received horror film series. Details about the character he will play have been kept under wraps. Although he currently spends the majority of his time co-hosting Live with Kelly and Mark alongside his wife, Mark Consuelos has had a successful career as an actor for a long time. Early on in their respective jobs, he happened to meet the woman who would eventually become his wife on the set of the ABC serial drama All My Children. The actor made an appearance on a talk program where he disclosed that he will have a role in the well-known ABC primetime series 9-1-1 in the near future. Although he did not go into much detail, he did say that fans should anticipate seeing him make a cameo appearance during the upcoming season. On Thursday, October 9th, the 9th season of 9-1-1 will premiere. Kelly Ripa continues to grieve after devastating loss of loved one. Kelly Ripa was overcome with emotion and burst into tears in front of the live studio audience in February after her husband delivered the devastating news that they had suffered a tremendous loss. The night before, they were forced to have their family dog euthanized. When the couple discussed how the dog grew up alongside their 3 children, they were overcome with emotion. The Shih Tzu breed dog was named Chewy, and he was 17 years old when he was put to sleep. The dog was experiencing health issues and had stopped eating as a result of those troubles. Mark Consuelos confessed that despite the fact that they were aware that letting the dog free was the morally correct course of action, they found it to be a challenging thing to accomplish. Live hosts share the most important thing they want in their next dog. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have welcomed a new dog into their family. After the elderly dog was featured on a segment about pet adoption that aired on Live with Mark and Kelly, they decided to adopt Lena, a Maltese and Shih Tzu mix, in 2021. Recently, the pair gave People Pets an update on the passing of their dog, Chewy, and the notion of acquiring Lena, a new canine companion. Kelly Ripa stated that they will never be able to get over the death of Chewy. However, the possibility of adopting another dog is something that they are considering. The only thing that they want is for the dog to be tiny enough so that it may sit in front of them. In the past, she made fun of her husband for taking their other small dog into a restaurant inside of a purse. The passing of Chewy was met with sympathy from supporters of the host of the talk program. Several of Mark and Kelly's supporters urged them to adopt another canine companion sooner rather than later. According to one fan, "You never get over it. Bringing a new dog into your life after the loss is similar to suddenly having hope again." The set of Live with Kelly and Mark has always been known for its cheerful energy, an atmosphere where playful banter, celebrity interviews, and lighthearted moments help millions of viewers start their mornings with a smile. But recently, there has been a noticeable shift in the tone of the show. Kelly Ripa, who has built her career on being effortlessly bubbly and sharp-witted, has been carrying an unmistakable weight. Behind the jokes and bright studio lights, the longtime host is still mourning a heartbreaking loss that has deeply affected her personal and professional life. While Kelly has always been open about family, relationships, and even awkward mishaps, her grief has been more delicate. A wound that lingers even as the cameras roll. The quiet change in Kelly. Fans first began noticing subtle differences in Kelly's demeanor weeks ago. She still laughed at her husband and co-host Mark Consuelos' stories, but her smiles didn't linger as long as they once did. There were moments during commercial breaks when the cameras caught her eyes glistening, as if she had just been pulled from a wave of emotion. On one recent episode, when the conversation turned toward family pets, Kelly fell silent for longer than usual. Mark, sensing her shift, quickly changed the subject. But eagle-eyed viewers noticed the small crack in her otherwise polished exterior. For someone like Kelly, whose resilience and humor have long defined her on-screen presence, it was telling. What she hasn't tried to hide from those closest to her is that she's still in mourning over the heartbreaking death of a beloved figure in her life. A loss that still stings. Insiders close to the Ripa Consuelos family revealed that the passing of their longtime family dog, Chewy, left a hole that hasn't yet healed. The small rescue pup had been part of the family for nearly 2 decades, traveling with them from their New Jersey home to vacations, even becoming something of a background star in Kelly's Instagram posts. To the world, it may seem like the loss of a pet is a private grief, but for Kelly, Chewy was more than just a dog. She was family. She was there through it all, Kelly reportedly told friends. The moves, the birthdays, the graduations, the quiet nights when the kids had gone off to college. She was the heartbeat of the house. Kelly had posted a heartfelt tribute on social media when Chewy first passed, sharing a series of photos spanning the pup's life with them. But even months later, the grief lingers. Fans who follow her online noticed she has refrained from posting as many personal updates as she once did, bringing grief to the show. For Kelly, the challenge has been balancing her grief with her role as America's mourning sweetheart. Live is a place of laughter, escapism, and fun, yet grief has a way of weaving itself into the smallest cracks. One day last month, while interviewing a guest who had recently published a book about loss, Kelly's voice wavered. She acknowledged the difficulty of learning to live with a space in your home and your heart that feels bigger than the world itself. Though she didn't go into specifics, viewers instantly understood. Mark has been a steady anchor by her side. On and off the air, he has given Kelly space to share her feelings when she's ready and to step back when she's not. Their natural chemistry, already beloved by fans, has taken on a new layer of tenderness. Mark's jokes often serve not just to entertain, but to gently lift Kelly out of heavy moments. Fans rally behind her. The Live audience is fiercely loyal. And when Kelly's grief became evident, fans flooded social media with messages of support. One wrote, "Kelly, we can see how much you're hurting. Please know that we're with you every step of the way." Another shared a personal story of losing a pet and how Kelly's honesty about grief made them feel less alone. Some even created tribute threads for Chewy, posting old clips and screenshots of the dog when she appeared on Kelly's Instagram feed. The collective outpouring of compassion reminded Kelly why she has stayed so connected to her audience for decades, because they aren't just viewers, they're a community. Kelly has always been candid about the ups and downs of family life, but this loss has prompted deeper reflections. She recently opened up in a podcast interview, saying, "Grief doesn't just vanish because your job requires you to be cheerful. It sits with you. It's a shadow that sometimes shows up on camera, and I've learned to let it. Because pretending it's not there doesn't honor the love you had in the first place." Her words resonated far beyond pet owners. Fans dealing with the loss of parents, siblings, and friends found solace in her perspective. For Kelly, the platform of Live isn't just about delivering entertainment anymore. It has become a bridge to conversations about the shared human experiences of love, loss, and healing. Even as Kelly continues to mourn, she has found small ways to bring joy back into her daily life. She and Mark recently adopted a new rescue dog, which she described as a tiny ball of chaos and comfort. While she admitted no pet could replace Chewy, she also shared that opening her heart again was part of healing. On the show, viewers saw a glimpse of this where the puppy made an unexpected appearance, running across the set during rehearsals. Kelly laughed until tears filled her eyes, this time tears of both sorrow and joy. It was a reminder that even amid heartbreak, life has a way of nudging us forward. Kelly Ripa's Mourning has revealed a side of her that fans rarely see, vulnerable, raw, and unfiltered. It has also deepened the bond between her and her audience, proving once again why she has remained a fixture in morning television for decades. Her story is not just about the death of a beloved pet. It is about the universal experience of love and loss, about the way grief shapes us, and about how even in mourning, there are moments of laughter, connection, and hope. As Kelly continues to heal, her presence on LIVE carries a quiet strength. She may not always wear the same boundless cheer, but what she offers instead is something just as powerful: authenticity. And in a world where television often feels manufactured, Kelly Ripa's willingness to let her grief show, while still showing up every morning, might be the bravest act of all.